Hey people of the YouTube land, I am Rajat Shah and this is Shut Up With It. So today we're going to talk about which is the most amazing time to start that busy day of yours. The B-roll please take a. So well, you guys must be like, Rajat, you cannot dictate what we do, you cannot tell us when to make up what to do and when to eat your cereals. Well guys, I'm not. This whole video is based on more of my personal experience. May I say personal experiments with me being the subject X. Anyways, so over the past year or a year and a half, I've been experimenting with different things, like tens of things, and setting up my sleep schedule was one of them. So my sleep schedule was quite weird over the last 1 year because of this experiment. I slept for 12 hours to and teeny tiny near 4 hours to I slept at 9 p.m. I slept at 2 a.m. and yes, you guessed it right, my waking up times were weird too. I have woken up at 4 in the morning or 10 a.m. in the late morning, I'm trying to say. So the question arises, what would any of this do? So last I checked, I was hell of a curious guy and sometimes just googling up stuff isn't enough for me. Although half of the Google searches are by me, but still you gotta experiment, you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's begin, shall we? Skipping the jibber jabber, let's talk about me waking up at 10 a.m. Question number 1. Why did my parents did not annihilate me for waking up so late? Well, they kinda knew that I slept late, so they let me wake up late. Although they used to tell me that I just sleep early and then wake up early and do all your tasks then, but come on, I was experimenting. Anywho, when did I sleep that I was able to wake up at 10? For those who are gonna judge me, I slept at 2 am, but those who are not gonna judge me, and to be honest, it was 3 in the morning. I was mostly starting with hints of surfing the web. Amazon Prime to be specific. Now, it seems like I slept 7 hours and it seems good enough to say that, okay Rajat, you slept 7 hours. 7 hours is perfect for a teenager. 7 hours is like the best. But it felt like, I started my day with like around 10 am, so it felt like I spent my day sleeping. Not quite good of a feeling, but I kept going on with that, and then it hit me. I was feeling super sleepy even after having a full night's sleep, and it did not feel good. I felt the need for sleep, and then like anyone would do, I prepared myself a cup of coffee and drank it. Now I know it's not quite a good thing to start your day with coffee on an empty stomach, but I had no better choice. I was like feeling quite heavy-headed. After having some coffee, I felt a bit better to say, but I have felt better than that, but still it was good. And then my day went on as usual. I studied, I did some time pass using the internet because of the lockdown situation. I wasn't able to go quite out, and then listen to some music, some time passing and stuff, and that's how my day went. Although those 7 hours which I slept like a baby, but still when I woke up, I felt quite tired. I don't know why that happened, but I think it was due to something called a body cycle, I guess. Of course, I know what a body cycle is, just kidding. Anyways, so that was that, and then so to summarize it, I slept like a baby, I woke up and drank coffee not like a baby, and then I was cranky all day, just like a baby. Next up is waking up at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. was not quite better, but still a bit better than waking up at 10 a.m. So I slept between 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. so that I was able to wake up 9 a.m. Again, I got 7 hours of sleep thing, but I was not as tired as I was when I woke up at 10, but I felt a bit better. I did not have to drink coffee to start my day, and God, thanks. So the biggest perk of waking up at 9 a.m. for me was that Dad usually leaves for office by 10 a.m. like all the people who go to work. So I was able to sit with him while he had his brunch, and he usually leaves right after he has his brunch. So I woke up, I did brushing and the usual activities, and then I sat with him for a while before he left for office. That was a good thing for me going on there, and I loved it. So starting my day without caffeine, it felt great. There was no effects of caffeine withdrawal. Caffeine withdrawal is like gives you a bit headache, and it's better to go without caffeine in my honest opinion. So that day I drank coffee, but it was late in the day and it was just for taste, so I did not have to make it all strong and wake me up to wake up person. But that's good. And apart from that, I had an appetite for breakfast. When I woke up at 10 a.m., it was like, Rajat, it's 10 a.m. You are gonna have your lunch by like 1 a.m. So why have a breakfast? Directly have a lunch so you can have a stomach full of lunch. But for 9 a.m. I had my breakfast, and then I was able to have my lunch at 1:30ish. So overall the day was better scheduled, or not quite as good as waking up at some other time, but it was good. And then the things went on as usual. I felt a bit good, but again I felt better. So now that we have covered 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., I'm gonna club together 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. because they were both quite similar for me. From my perspective, I felt equally great, I may say, when I woke up at 7 or when I woke up at 8. And what I did of that 1 hour between 7 and 8 a.m., if I woke up at 7, it did not make quite of a difference. So here how it went. So I woke up as usual between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. and the greatest thing about that was I was able to do something for my physical activity, which is I like to do it in the morning. In the evening, it's not quite a pleasant weather, or I'm not quite energetic as I'm in the morning. So for that, I went upstairs with my parents. My mom loves to do yoga. So I did yoga with her, and it was quite a fun experience. I got to spend time with my parents, which I of course love a lot, and that was going quite well. And to add to that going quite well, I helped my mom and dad with their morning stuff, like making a breakfast, making a brunch, making a preparing for lunch thing, and everything was great. The most amazing part was that I prepared my own breakfast. I'm a good chef, I must tell you. I'm not bragging, but yeah, I'm a good chef. So overall, that was good. I had my mind all set, I had a fresh mind going on. I was not feeling tired at all. And it was like, a little bit of adrenaline going on with me, like, I just woke up at 7 a.m. So that helped me get through the day. The day was quite productive, and it was more productive than waking up at 10 or 9 a.m. because that little bit extra jolt of energy actually helped me a lot to go through the day. Yeah, that's that. I guess that summarizes it all for waking up from 7 to 8 a.m. So moving up to 6 a.m. That's like it's said that it's kind of the perfect time to wake up, and I felt that was quite right, but until I was getting a little tired later in the day, so I shift. It may be due to this experimentation, but I guess it was more due to me waking up at 7:30 or 7 o'clock my whole life, and then suddenly starting this experiment. But I prefer that it should be like around 6:30, 6:45 would be perfect for me. But yeah, 6 a.m. Okay, so this video is going to be long. Okay, so the perks of waking up at 6 a.m. See, it was 6 a.m. is just right after sunrise, so I was able to get a view of the orange and the red skies, and this was like the whole shade going on. If I look to my west, it was like dark bluish shade. If I look to my east, it was red, orange, transitioning into blue and then dark blue. It was quite amazing, and I felt good about going upstairs and watching that. The golden hour has its own perks apart from making me a bit tired, but yeah, that was all going good. The one thing which which made me smile was that the sound of the birds. It's like when the birds wake up. So we have lots of pigeons here, but apart from that, there are some other birds which I do not know the name of. I'm not someone who studies a lot about birds, but yeah. So the morning, the chirps of the bird helped me quite, make me smile, and the silence. Oh, the silence in the morning without the honking of the cars or the sounds of the people cleaning up the society or anything. The people going around here and there. The silence was quite serene and divine to be saved there. I like that environment. I quite like that. But the only downfall of that was that later in the day I felt a bit tired, so I slept in the day. I know did not quite achieve what was the target, but yeah. Moving further up, after we have talked about like waking up at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the last two which I'm gonna club together again, because what I did between 4 to 5 was travel. Like I traveled for an hour or so. So it did not quite really matter that if I wake up at 4 or 5, because while traveling I used to recline my seat in the car and take a quick nap. I may seem like he's big and he doesn't drive. Yeah, I'm still under 18, so here we have to be 18 to drive. So I do not drive, but I do not sleep, I take a nap in the nearby passenger seat while reclining my seat. So what did I do when I wake up at 4 or 5? I traveled because I love photography. This camera was taken for the sole purpose of photography, but as I got used to it, I think that this is a good thing going on here too. So I did take a lot of photos. One of the times I went to this amazing place near my area of residence, a bit on the outskirts, but yeah, so there is this township developed and it's quite on the intersection of a railway line and a canal. And when I went, the canal was quite filled up, like not to the brim, but it was filled up quite well. So the overall environment was quite beautiful. Like, just imagine there was a water body, canal going by, a train track crossing it, trains going on in the morning there, and the golden hour gloom, the sunrise, the happiness, the feelings, so much. But everything was going well until I felt hungry. I felt very, very hungry. Like I woke up at 4 and then by 5:30 I was hungry and I was there. I was outside, I was not at home, but luckily I had carried Oreos, my snack while having photography. Oreo is my photography snack, to say. Anyways, so that hunger was cured and we kept going on for quite a bit, and by 7ish we were back home. More about it in some future video. I will definitely would love to share how that photo session went. I went there with my friend. So yeah, that's what I did after waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. I did not study or something, but I took it as an opportunity to photograph some beautiful places around my city. That was quite good. The thing about it was there was this big rush of adrenaline because I woke up so early, my body was like, okay, give adrenaline to Rajat. There was this big rush of adrenaline. On day one, it went quite good. I did not need to sleep in the day. I went throughout the day. I slept at 10:30, 11 o'clock. Woke up again at 5 or 4, and then the cycle kept going on until day 3 or 4. The adrenaline started to wear off, and that's when it hit me. oh god, I'm feeling so tired. I slept like 7 hours, like on day 4 or 5, I slept for 7 hours in the night and then for 3 or 4 hours in the day. Not quite a productive day, but previous days were good, so pros and cons, it's a thing. So that was all quite going good. The photography. You should really check out my Instagram page if you haven't followed me yet. It's @Rajat R Shah. To spell it out, RAJATRSHAH. Link is in the bio. Why did I say bio? Link is in the description. So give me a follow, guys. So that's how it all went, waking up at such varying times and sleeping at such varying times. The one thing which I tried to stay consistent was the total amount of sleep I had, which I tried to pin it on 7, but it ranged from 4 to 7 as I told in starting of the video. So let me know which time you guys like to wake up at, which time do you think that is the perfect in the comments below. And to conclude this video, I need to give about it, that Rajat, which time was good for you. So I think that waking up at 6 was good, but I would like to delay it quite a bit to like say 6:30ish would be better, 6:30, 6:45ish. I think it would be perfect for me because there would be a tiny jolt of adrenaline. I would not need coffee, I would feel great, and it would be hell of a productive day. And those extra 30-45 minutes before 7 a.m. would help me take care of myself quite in a better way. So I think that's the verdict. So yeah. What am I supposed to do now that the video is over? Alright, I'm supposed to ask you guys to subscribe and like this video. Subscribe the channel and like the video. You cannot subscribe the video. Anyways, so thanks a lot for watching this video. Stay tuned for more, and I'm trying to go on a weekly schedule, like upload a video once a week. Let's see how long I can keep up with that. Follow me on Insta, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned.